Stampers, this is Gigi with Stamp FUNatics, and welcome to my second week of the 12 weeks of Halloween. I have a really adorable card for you today, just wishing a happy Halloween. I'm all about the fun at Halloween, not the gore, so if you follow me, you'll see that I'm just about having fun. And the stamp set we're going to be using is this Cauldron Bubble. It actually has a bundle because it has beautiful cobwebs, and then it cuts out this hat and the cauldron, the witch, and the broom, and some stars that you can stamp, and this ghost, which is this cute little guy over here. And so it's got a lot of good framelits, and if you purchase these together as a bundle, you'll save 10%. This goes live in our holiday catalog September 5th, and so if you don't have a holiday catalog yet, just go ahead and hit me up and we'll get you set up with one. They have the cutest holiday things. Right now I'm just kind of concentrating on my 12 weeks of Halloween, but you'll see other fall and Christmas things if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell, and you'll see other things that I'll be posting along the way. Alright, so what we're going to need today is, also with that suite, is this great paper, and it's called Toil and Trouble Designer Series paper. And the cool part about this is a lot of those framelits fit right over these. Like the witch I'm cutting out today is one that I just cut right from the paper, and even the cauldron, that's from another piece that we're going to be using today. And again, you could just cut these out. You don't even have to stamp. So it's a really fast card. So let's get started. I'm actually going to use a piece of Daffodil Delight as my cardstock base, and this measures the 5.5 by 8.5 and then scored at 4 1/4. So let's just give it a nice crease with our bone folder. And then the next piece that I did was I cut down a piece of black cardstock, and this is 5 by, let's see, 5 1/4 by 4. So that comes down just about 1/4 inch. And then my next piece is our pumpkin pie, and this one is 3 3/4 and this by 5. So everything just comes down about 1/4 inch. So we can go ahead and put this on our card base with a little snail. And go ahead and just add that on. All right. And then we're going to be playing around now with the pumpkin pie piece. So with this one, in this stamp set, let's see, there's another one called Spooky Sweets. This one here has this cool little background that I'm actually going to be stamping on. Those are the 3 bats that later you're going to see how I cut out the bat with the matching punch. This again could be purchased as a bundle. So I'm going to be using this one out of the set. I'm going to just take my pumpkin pie ink, and let's see, I'm just going to stamp kind of lightly all over the background. It just gives it some texture, and I just love it. I think it's really a cool effect, especially at Halloween. Okay, so that's all I'm doing with that one. And there's our effect. Okay, now let's see, we can go ahead and get our big shot, and we're going to actually cut out our cobweb, and we're also going to cut out these 2 pieces from the Designer Series paper. So let me get it. Okay, I've got my magnetic plate down, and then I have one of my clear plastic plates. I have put down my Designer Series paper and then put the framelits on top, and I've also used this small, it's like a little star that I'm putting on a piece of Daffodil Delight. Now what I did want to mention is when you go to use your girl, I just cut out a small girl out of my paper, but I wanted to show you, let me get the rest of it. There we go. That not every girl just has her hands out like that, and that's the one that cuts with the framelit. Some have the broom in them, some they don't have their hands out. I'll show you this bigger sheet. like this one, she's holding a pumpkin and stuff. So these wouldn't work with the framelit. Those you'd have to fussy cut yourself. But find the one with the hands out. And that's the one I'm using for this card. So I'm going to go ahead and put another clear plate on top. And go ahead and crank it through the big shot. Alright. Alright, let's get all of these little stars out. There we go. And I'm just going to put my framelits back so I don't lose them. So let's put that one back, and there's my girl. Here is my cauldron. And then I also have all of these little stars that punched out. Now you can use this as a background with stars, or you can also use the little stars. And I'm using the little stars today. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Let's get rid of the big shot. Okay, now here's another thing that we're going to do with our card. We're going to go ahead and punch out our moon, and I'm using my 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And I'm going to use that same stamp again, and this time with Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stamp it around the edges. Just thought it gave it, maybe even stamp off a little so it's a little lighter. It just kind of gave it a cool effect. Let's put a little bit right there. Okay. Instead of brushing the edges, I decided to use that stamp again. And let's see what else. We are going to stamp Happy Halloween, and I'm going to do that with our black Memento ink. And I'm going to kind of put it in the middle, but a little bit over to the right, so I have room for her to kind of overlap. So just like that. And now we can start playing around with this a little bit. I am going to actually, let's go ahead and cut our cobweb out. We haven't done that yet. And also punch out our bat. Now when we punch out the bat, what I wanted to show you is there's 3 bats in here, and I just want the small one that's in the middle there. So I'm going to look from the back. I'm going to actually just put a strip, and this is our new black foil. Isn't that gorgeous? That's what we're going to use for our bat. So I'm going to put it in the middle there and go ahead and punch him. That way I don't waste a lot of my paper, and I just want the smallest bat. Okay. And let's see, we want our cobweb. So I'm going to use another little piece of our foil paper for our cobweb, and I'll bring in my big shot, and we're going to also cut out the cobweb too. So let's do that. Okay, the magnetic sheet is there again. Let me get my little stars off of this plate. We're going to put a bottom plate in. We're going to put our shiny foil, and then a top plate on top, our framelit. Go ahead and run that back and forth. And let's put that back too so I don't lose it. And then we're just going to punch these out, and these little pieces just pop right out. It's pretty fragile because of the cobweb thinness, but they just come out like, look at that, really easy. And so I just kind of take them and push them with my finger, and there's our cobweb. All right. So I'm taking in my silicone sheet because I don't want to get my surface sticky. If you don't have one of these, they're in our annual catalog. They're a few dollars, not expensive, but boy, has it saved my work area from getting really sticky. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take our card base. I'm going to actually just put a little snail, and I'm just doing it around the ends. And I mean, you can use a fine tip point pen and everything if you want. I'm not. I just use this, and then I just kind of make sure my glue is behind it. And I'm just going to put this up. Let's get that glue behind it there. There we go. I'm just going to put it up in my top corner like that. And you can always wipe any excess glue off. All right. I'm going to take my little bat and use one of my mini dimensionals. I'm just going to put it on the back of the bat, right in the middle there. And then I'm going to put him up at the top. I love building a card. It's just so fun. Okay, I got a little bit of glue from my fingers on that bat, but we can just rub it off. There we go. All right, and then we're going to take our piece of Daffodil Delight that we sponged. Let's get this out of here. And we're going to just kind of place things now to see where we want them. And I just want her to overlap and this saying to go under her arm. So I'm going to bring her down a little bit. Let's see. I guess about put the moon up a little higher. And just get it placed where I want it. And then her cauldron may be overlapping. So that'll be good. So I know I want to kind of put my moon right in there. I'm going to go ahead and put him flat with some snail. Okay. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to pop her up over the moon. This is such a cute card, and it's so easy because I didn't really stamp or color or do much of anything with it. I'm going to put her, like I said, with her little hand as if she's saying Happy Halloween. And then we're going to take our cauldron, we'll put another one there. And we'll place that right about down there. Okay, and now time for our little stars. Well, I have an exciting new tool I want to show you. Isn't this cool? It's take your pick. And this side is to get under rhinestones and all those little tiny things that you can lift off and put on your card. Or you can use this for some of our paste. And then this side, I'm so excited, has a little putty. It's that little bit of a color you can see there, and it helps pick up these tiny, tiny items. So let me get some of my stars for you. I'm going to put them right here. Let's see, let's get rid of this so you can see better. Put them right on the desk. And I'm actually going to take a little teeny bit of liquid glue and just put a little dot here and there where I'd like my stars. And then I'm going to use this putty to pick up my star, like that. Because you know how hard sometimes those little tiny sequins and things are to put on? Well, now we've got this tool, and I absolutely love it. Be watching, put this on your wish list of your new catalog that's coming out. You're going to love it. Okay, and then this one, well, that one's a little smushed. Let's get a different one that looks a little better. And we'll just go ahead and put it right at the top. Whoops. Lost it there. There we go. And the good thing about our Tombow glue is it dries clear, so everything will be ready. All right, we're ready to put this on our card base. So let me bring out my silicone mat again, right there. And we'll go ahead and add that to our card. We'll just add it right in the middle, and we are done. Isn't that adorable? Look how cute and easy that was. I love it, and she is adorable. I can't wait to stamp her, get out my blends and my markers, and start coloring her too. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and just keep watching. I'll have a new one for you next week. And we'll have 12 ideas. I'm going to do probably a treat box next because we like to give goodies out at Halloween, so that'll be probably my next one. Thanks and have a great day.